Josh just hit 100K in sales after starting Amazon just 6 months ago, all while being a full-time college student. And in this video, I'll be breaking down how he did it, his own tips and tricks, as well as secret sauce for you to scale your own Amazon business. Let's get right into it. What's up, Josh? How you doing, man?
Chilling. What about you?
I'm doing good, man. I know you started this year, kind of just breaking
hmm
down your business and see where you are with now, and you just kind of just talk about your journey here. But yeah, I think you started in February, correct?
Yeah, February, end of February. I think I got my first sale on the 22nd.
Okay, cool. And then I guess what's your total sales, and how much time are you putting to this every single day here?
Um, so I'm at around I think $125,000 in revenue for
Oh,
all-time sales.
oh, nice.
Um, and I don't put in that much effort anymore because I'm mainly teaching other people
Okay,
as
cool.
of now. But even when I was more like hands-on, I'd say, or like trying to focus more on the business. I think I was spending maybe like an hour to 3 hours a day,
Yeah,
whether it's just packing or sourcing, whatever it is. Very minimal, I'd say.
yeah. And I currently kind of build out some systems right now. I know you don't have a prep center, I think, but you
Mhm.
do have some VAs or one to two VAs working and helping you source, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about that. It's just like how do you manage it, and how did you hire them and whatnot?
I'd say finding someone is pretty easy in itself. I'd say building a trustworthy or like a very efficient employee is, I think, the hard part in like managing people, obviously.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna have to go through probably multiple VAs, um, whatever the reason is. Some people might not be as good, they might not meet your requirements, or like they just don't get it if you're like teaching someone from the ground up. Um, but yeah, I'd say it's definitely worth it because it takes a lot of time off your hands, and they're pretty much doing a lot of the stuff for you, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're here to build a business here, and you don't want to just be like self-employed, working like 8 to 10 hours a day on your business, right?
Right,
Kind of have to learn the
right, right.
skill, and then be able to, the beauty of this business that there's a an economic arbitrage by hiring someone overseas for $2 to $3 an hour, and
hmm
once you learn the business and you're really efficient at your sourcing, you might as well teach someone. They're not going to be as good as you, obviously, like you're going to be the best sourcer possible, but they're going to be just good enough where they're going to supplement income, and eventually you can build a team or really help them source a lot of the revenue for your business here and everything, right?
hmm
I guess, like, what was life like before you started, where you do another job? I know you're in college right now, so what's kind of like your life story with how you got into it and everything.
Obviously, I've heard about this from you, so like,
Yeah, nice.
it was always in the back of my mind. I just
Yeah,
never really like committed to it, right?
right.
That was like what, maybe 3 years ago, right?
Yeah,
Um, and then before I started in February, I was still selling clothes, vintage clothes on
yeah,
eBay, Depop, stuff like that. So I still had like the concept of like selling things online. Um, and then even yeah, I was doing everything, right? I was doing that. I was trading. I was
trading.
doing what is it? I was sports betting at a time.
Yeah. I've seen people
Literally
like
anything.
that. Yeah. I mean, you just have that entrepreneurial mindset, right? Like, I
Yeah.
think there's, like, truthfully, I think there's just a lot of money to be made online. Like, we're in the day and age of the, modern world where, yeah, you could definitely make money, reselling clothes. You can make money day trading. You can make money, even sports betting if you really do it right. It's just about kind of putting your head down and working on something for 6 to 12 months and really like taking the time to learn everything that's needed to learn it and scale it up. And I personally, I started with Amazon. I think it's a really one of the best ways to start, because it's like you don't have to create your
hmm
own product. You don't have to do any marketing. You just have to be able to learn how to source product and find it for the cheapest price possible and
Right.
resell on Amazon. And Amazon's the number one e-commerce marketplace in the entire world. So, like, you just need a small piece of the pie to actually make money from it, right?
hmm
Yeah. And what was like the breaking point where you realized, like, you can actually make money from this, and Was it like, did it take like 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, kind of like the timeline for it and everything?
I think it's really like I think it was it probably April. So my technically like my second-ish month in, I think I crossed 12K in revenue that month,
Yeah,
but payout was pretty much like working a minimum wage job. I think it was the more
yeah,
I need to look at my margin specifically, but it was definitely like less time input, more reward, right?
yeah,
And it's like definitely like I saw myself like scaling out or scaling up. Like I knew I wasn't going to be doing 12K months like every single month for from like there on out, right? Um, I saw how easy or not easy, but like I saw how fast and like um, you could really scale the business uh, through online arbitrage. So I
yeah,
think it was that like second-ish month that I kind of realized like, hey, this could definitely work. Obviously, I just need to make build some systems, make it more efficient for myself. But yeah, I'd say
yeah.
that month
I agree
was
too. Yeah, I think like the whole Amazon business, it's, we live in 2025. It's just one of the best ways to like keep it very lean. Like I always kind of compare it to, the old style of making money, like starting a business, like try to open a restaurant, right? Like you try to open a restaurant,
mhm,
you're going to spend like $50,000, $80,000 on like all this equipment. All you have to hire staff, like hire managers before you even make your first dollar. And, most restaurants, they close within the first year. But the beauty about
mhm,
Amazon is like you can kind of slowly learn, invest, $1,000 to $3,000, and then once you get that proof of concept, then you can start to realize like, yeah, you can actually make money from this, and really, depending on your revenue goals, you can kind of scale it up and have a easy plan to an easy plan to scale it up, right? Because all you have to do is find more profitable products and spend more money on profitable products to resell.
right.
But yeah, that kind of goes to my question, like how much money did you start with, and um, are you using like more cash or using more business credit? Kind of can you kind of talk about that?
Okay, so yeah, when I started, I think I had around 5,000 like in cash,
Okay.
but I think I did use all of it because I wanted to just constantly just buy, 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 buy. But I would say out of that $5,000 that I spent, I think the 3,000 I spent was really being like constantly sold. The other products were like a little slower movers.
Yeah.
But even then, I think having 5,000 in cash was like it's a lot more than what normal people have,
Right.
just based off of the people I teach, um, just in general, right? But you don't need that much, I'd say, especially if you're using credit. I use credit, business credit, pretty much all the time now, specifically the Amex Plum.
Yeah. No
But yeah,
doubt.
it's definitely much easier. Like you're spending money that you pretty much don't have.
Yeah.
Um,
Especially, yeah,
you just
especially
need to
using.
manage your risk.
Yeah, you got to manage your risk. That's why I recommend, start off with like 1 to 3K, something like that, so you can kind of spend your own money, have some skin in the game. But once you kind of understand what the cash flow is, the inventory like turnover on your products when you buy it, how long it takes to
Mhm.
sell, kind of getting your payout from Amazon, kind of understanding that kind of the aspect of selling on Amazon, then you can leverage more business credit because you already have the understanding of like everything that goes into the life cycle of a product. And there's like a lot of strategies with like Amex Plum, for example, like you mentioned, you get instead of 30 days, you get 60 days to pay back, which really gives you
Mhm.
twice as much float. And as well as like strategies of using like 0% APR cards as an intro bonus, like the chasing, if it's unlimited, you get basically 12 months of float. Obviously, you shouldn't like lump sum it at the end of the
Yeah.
year, but it gives you that like kind of security that maybe you can float an extra month or 2 months before you have to pay off the bill, as long as you make the minimum payment, right?
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, that's great. Just a quick interruption here, but if you want to start and scale your very own Amazon business just like Josh did, with one-on-one support, 2 weekly calls, and a network of like-minded sellers, apply for my coaching program. I'm only looking for serious people, so if you think this is you, apply below using the description, and let's get back to the interview with Josh. I guess how would you what would you tell people that are struggling, or they find that Amazon's a little bit overwhelming?
I think that's a question, or like that's what people say about like every like business or like I guess industry, right? Everyone says, "Oh, you can't or you can't trade because
Yeah.
it's too hard. Wall Street always wins, blah blah blah. You
Right.
can't do Amazon because always oversaturated and R is oversaturated, blah blah blah." Um, I think people say it about like pretty much every business you could think of, right? Drop shipping,
Yeah. Exactly.
brand scaling, like, oh, it's too condensed, blah blah blah. But most people, they just never even start. I'd say the first thing you could do is just start, right? The concept of OA, I think, is very like simple. It's not like
Yeah.
super complex, right? You buy something for low, sell for high. I think just putting in the work of learning it, just like anyone would do with anything they want to do,
Yeah.
if that makes sense. That's all you really need to
Yeah.
do.
Exactly. Like people. Yeah. I think people are kind of missing that delayed gratification. Like kind of put it in their perspective. Like people go to school for 4 years, right? Like to learn a
Hmm.
skill. Like what makes you think that learning how to sell product for a living is gonna take just 1 week or 2 weeks or 1 month even or 2 months, right? It's a big process, especially in the beginning where it's a huge learning curve. But yeah, I
Hmm.
think once you get past, of course, people are gonna fail. But once the people that win are the ones that are very consistent. They're motivated to actually win and actually just even do the first thing, which, like you said, is just get started. And having the outlook like, I'm not going to know anything right now, but if I put in the time every single day to learn and do it, it's going to get easier and easier and easier over time, right? And yeah, I know
Hmm.
you've been in our community for like I think it's been like 7 months now, right?
Almost seven. Yeah.
Yeah, so you learn a lot from the calls, but I think a big part of it is also the community. I think yourself too. You're kind of like really active still there, hosting even group sourcing calls in my own group.
Hmm.
I guess, like, how did it make things easier for yourself and your own business?
Um, I think it's like pretty corny when people always say like, or I always thought it was like, oh, your network is your net worth, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But I think networking does help a lot when it
Mhm.
comes to Amazon specifically. Just because I've learned a lot from people in in the coaching group, outside the coaching group. Just
Yeah.
because whether you're a beginner or like kind of like a veteran at this, like everyone knows like a different like piece of information. And if you just like talk with people, like no one's really gatekeeping, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
You can really learn a lot. If you're like group sourcing, like if someone finds something like, hey, I found this, what do you think of this? And like you kind of just like will share a lead, blah blah blah. And it's like it doesn't it doesn't feel like work, and it doesn't like it. Time goes by really like fast. Make new friends um,
Yeah.
who have like the same interests as you, right? So I think it's
Exactly.
always like a benefit, and that's probably one of the biggest benefits in joining a group, right?
Yeah.
Just because you have access to like-minded people.
Yeah, it's like it's almost priceless too, in a sense of like meeting people like friends, but also like, yeah, you're here to build business together, and whether that's in our own private community, as well as, like, I tell people, even like anyone, just to make social media posts. Like, it's literally free game. Like, you can actually make money from it. Um, I think in your case too, like, you have your own students as well, like almost like a
Mhm.
full circle moment. Like, it's really great to hear that I helped you learn, and now like you kind of take people under your wing and help them as well. And I think, like, without posting on social media and just like, even with like 1,000 followers, 500 followers, like, you can make a lot of people. You can get to know a lot of people in the space and make a lot of money, whether it's like helping people learn or sharing leads and just making connections. I think even like for you, like, you've already met like two or three of the students in person, right? And just like kind of chopped it up and did some sourcing together, like, at IRL. So that's like the beauty of like just networking and everything like that. But yeah, I mean, I guess, what was the first big win on Amazon that kind of made you realize, like, like, I can actually really make more money than just working like a 9 to 5 or something like that?
Um, I feel like I had like two really good products. I think the first one, it was like the hot Cheetos, like the dill
Yeah.
pickle hot
Oh, yeah,
Cheetos.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I think that was my first product that I was like, yo, why? Like, it's crazy how fast like certain things like sell, right? Because I think I
yeah.
bought like over 120 bags and they sold it within like 4 hours total, right?
Wow.
So
Yeah,
it's like I think that was one of the moments where I was like, oh shoot, like if I just keep finding products like even similar to this, or if I was able to get my hands on more, like who knows like how much you could really make, right? There's no like real ceiling, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
Um, and I think it just showed me like you don't really need like 30 different products to really make a good amount of money, right? You just need like a solid, like I'd say handful or two, right? To
Yeah.
really make really good money.
Hmm.
I think second one was around Father's Day time when I was selling like barbecue brushes. I think I sold over 10,000, uh, ten
Wow.
thousand dollars worth of that within like a week or two.
Yeah, that's good.
And it was purely just off of demand, right? So I
Yeah,
think it was pretty crazy to just see how fast things were selling, and then just having to like manually pack it too was also like oh shoot, like
yeah,
this is like pretty crazy, right? Because I've never like experienced something
yeah.
um,
Like
like
reselling
it,
clothes, you
honestly.
probably reselling clothes. You probably sell like at most like 5 to 10 products a day, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like 10 shirts a day would be like holy moly, like
yeah,
it must be
exactly.
crazy. But like 50, like I think the most I had was like 85 units. Was like holy moly, this is like nuts, right?
It's crazy. It's like you get access to the huge customer base, and it's like you just need the smallest piece of the pie to actually make real money, and the volume is crazy depending on like the right products, right? You kind of
Mhm.
break your own world beliefs about like slinging products on the internet. Like people actually will buy your hot Cheeto bags for like $13, and they'll pay extra for shipping. Like like
Mhm.
it's a like kind of like you kind of break your own world beliefs. Like this is real life where people are paying $20 plus for a bag of hot Cheetos that I bought for $3, right? And
Yeah,
it's like all you have to do is find more of those products, find similar products, and like what you said, most people make money from just a few brands, a few products, right? Because at the end of the day, you only need like $500 to $1,000 profit per day to make a real living here. But yeah, I guess like towards the end of the call, last couple questions here. Yeah, like what are your plans for this year, next year, and the upcoming years? I know like you're doing a lot right now. Helping people learn as well. Yeah, what kind of plans do you have for this year, next year, and so far?
so yeah, I don't know if I mentioned, but like yeah, as of now I haven't been like super focused on my own Amazon, but I'd say I think I should get back into it. Probably I started to get slowly into it past few days. Um my original goal when I started this was to hit 6 figures by the end of the year, but obviously I did it way sooner. So I think I would want to move it up to like 250,000 by
This
the
year,
end of the year.
yeah,
Yeah.
very doable.
Um and then moving forward, I'd say just to like keep it going, just being able to scale. I don't really know what I plan. Just because like I don't even like know. Like I
Yeah,
think the business is so like unexpected. Like
yeah,
obviously like I was expecting to do 6 figures in by the end of the year, like doing it in like half the time. It was already like holy moly, like I don't you really don't know how much you could do, right? Um
yeah. I agree. And
but
then
yeah, I think
in terms of just like helping other people too, I think that's something you want to focus on, right? Just I
yeah.
think like, you just posted recently, like one of your students did like their first 1K, so that's like a good feeling, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I'd say yeah, focus on that too, because honestly, helping people make money is like it's like a different feeling,
yeah, it is it.
and like it's almost like rewarding. Like this guy made X amount of dollars because I taught him how to do this or whatever, right? So
Yeah,
I think it's pretty cool.
it's nice. Yeah, it's like you kind of just it's like full circle moment. Like I help a lot of people out too, but I had to learn from someone, and I'm actually still friends with him. We talk like pretty often. But yeah, it's really great seeing you. When I told you, yeah, post on social media, like there's gonna have you're gonna meet a lot of people, and then people are gonna reach out to you and like, hey, can you help me out and help people that way. And it's a great feeling being able to help people make money on the internet. And we're all here kind of for the similar goals of making as much money as possible from
Mhm.
just from your computer, right? But
Right.
yeah, I think this was a great call. I really appreciate your time here. Where can people reach out to you? I know you post a little bit on social media and everything like that, right?
Yeah. So my Instagram is at orange bars underscore.
Orange Bar Sound. That's a pretty fire name, honestly. But
Yeah.
yeah, thank you so much, Josh. Yeah, and then you're in college right now, right? So trying to just
Yeah,
balancing everything. Okay, cool.
yeah,
Yeah, so I mean, whoever's watching this, like Josh, he did 100K. Like just to clarify, he did 100K. This year, 6 figures. While as a full time college student, also managing other businesses. So like if you're out here and you think like you don't have enough time, you're probably lying to yourself because if a college student could do 6 figures while managing other businesses and a full time Amazon business as well, I'm sure you could do it too. But thank you guys for watching here, and yeah, let me know if you guys need anything. Reach out to me on Instagram, and we'll catch you guys. Peace.